Hi, everybody. Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to the main attraction, the show on this Saturday morn, evening, depending where you are. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Fashion Bunker. Welcome to the show. Hello, Kari. Hi, Evian. Hi, Abika. Findley, Tina, T-Pal, Kev. Hey, Kev, you missed the pre-show. Hi, Kev. Natalie Dietz. Evian again. I got Gloria Recinos in the house. Corey K, Ollie, Kristen Reynolds, Yana Clar. Hello, everybody. Kari, again, Giovanna Ferrari, Dorcia S, Natalie Gauthier, Liz M, Valentina Capuano. Ciao Dacob, che bello, I made it to a live. Oh, sono contento che sei qui. Kari, where is Kev? No, Kev is in the chats. Hi, beautiful steps, happy life. Hello, everybody. That's my favorite Super Dacob long sleeve tee. Dacob, it is so comfortable inside. Thank you so much, T-Pal. I have the short sleeve on today, but we do have the regular Super Dacob t-shirt today. I was planning on wearing a different color, but of course, after I woke up, I got a message from my dear friend Jessie from Jessie Style. Hi, Jessie. Go subscribe to her channel. She's a wonderful Australian luxury YouTuber. And Jessie sent me a message saying that just 6 or 7 hours ago, something terrible happened in Sydney in a mall, a shopping mall, fashion. Luxury is also involved. Apparently a man with a weapon. It's hard to say these things on YouTube, but let's just say he cut and unalived 6 people. Now, some reports are stating that it's 7. 7 or Caroline Newton Edwab says, I'm here in Australia. Absolutely tragic. This sort of thing rarely happens here. At first I thought, is some like group with a T claiming this attack, but apparently no. As far as the police are reporting, and everything I say in this video has to be said. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So, sorry guys, I have a hair in my eyeball. So everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged, but according to police statements, apparently they knew this man. Now, the man has been unalived, after they managed to stop him and terminate him. The thing is, if he was known to the police, why was he free? What does that mean, he was known to the police? That means he was already doing some shady stuff. Pretty and Petty says a baby was among the victims. I know that, so we're just coming out of a pre-show, you guys. It's a Tier 2 pre-show. My Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons have access every Saturday to a live stream pre-show in the green room before we do this main show. So we were talking about it already in the pre-show. We were not sure if the baby is doing okay or not. I'm just really, this has really put me in a state where I'm just like thinking to myself, anyway, I'm thinking to myself, no words really. I mean, this is just insane. And if you think about it, on another note, we've been talking about the end of luxury, and will this, in a very, we make fun about stuff when we talk about the brands exaggerating with the prices and quality control going down and the end of luxury, But this instance, what happened today, is not a joke, and it falls also under the end of luxury. Imagine people shopping around, I don't know, some people saving up money to buy something nice, to treat themselves for the weekend, going out with their families, and then somebody just runs around with a knife and stabs everyone. No words. There's also reports, there's several articles that I've been reading up on this situation. One of these articles also states that one of the witnesses that has survived, one of the witnesses is claiming that, the witness states, I saw a woman lying on the floor in Chanel. Now, not in a Chanel outfit, but in laying on the floor in a Chanel boutique. And this is from the Irish Times. Shoppers at Bondi Junction told of their panic as they took shelter from a knife man. This happened in Sydney, Australia. Witnesses have told of their panic as they tried to escape a lone attacker who moved through a shopping center in Bondi Junction, Sydney, Australia. I know this sounds ridiculous to say, but it's YouTube, so we're going to have to say it. Unaliving, instead of using the K word, unaliving 6 people and seriously injuring others, including a small child. Sydney residents were at the Westfield shopping center when they saw a man with a massive knife and ran into a nearby Lululemon store. They saw 2 women lying in pools of blood outside the cotton on clothing shop before taking shelter. One of these witnesses says, we saw the guy with the massive knife and I saw all those people yelling. There were 2 unalived bodies on the floor with all the B-L-O-O-D. He guessed the knife was maybe 50 centimeters long. The witness said they were inside the store when they heard a gunshot. They said, I was really scared, but one of the Lululemon workers came in and told me it was the police. Then after 45 minutes to 1 hour, the police came inside. A young woman who had been at a gym inside the shopping center told Australian broadcaster ABC News from the street outside, I saw a woman lying on the floor in Chanel. It was insanity. I wasn't expecting it. I thought I was going to be gone. It's just like everything, every moment playing through my head, she added. I was so scared. Authorities are working to identify the male who attacked 9 people with a knife, and then later we found out that apparently he was known to the police. In the Sydney Mall, before being unalived himself by a lone police officer who happened to be nearby. Several people are in the hospital with injuries ranging from serious to critical. A motive for the attack is not yet clear, but police have said there is no ongoing active threat. Another shopper evacuated from the 6-story center told the Australian 9 News channel he saw the lone attacker carrying a big blade, and then everyone started running toward the end of the building. Jason said he later witnessed police shoot the man before the same officer administered first aid. Somebody else says they were in a clothing shop changing room When they heard 2 shots followed by fire alarms, staff moved customers to the back of the shop and out of the back door, where they saw huge emergency response. We saw ambulances, about 8 police cars, riot police, helicopters hovering from above. Some young women were crying, and they were saying that they spoke to a little girl who saw an unalived body. I saw people running across Oxford Street, and the police came and cordoned it off. He praised the composure of shop staff after the alarm went off. This was a young person, and she was just amazing. She calmed us all. She told us where to go when we heard the fire alarm, and she said it looks like it is serious. A woman in her 50s who did not wish to be named was in the Mayer department store, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, when she heard a code brown issued. I heard a scream somewhere outside. We were then told by staff that something very serious had happened in the center and that we had to run and hide, she said. She was among about 70 or 80 people that were guided to a storeroom. We were told to keep our phones on silent and stay quiet. There was quite a bit of confusion throughout the hour that we were in there, with some orders being to evacuate and other orders to stay put. At one stage, we were evacuated and then told to run back inside. She eventually was told to evacuate and run out of the center, asked how her fellow shoppers handled the emergency. She said some people totally panicked and some people were calm. One woman had claustrophobia in the storeroom and so was very distressed. The consistent theme was confusion. Center worker Josh was in one of the food courts on a break when he heard people screaming and running. He said all of a sudden people started running. There were a lot of people crying. I ran with them. Somebody else says they were inside David Jones' department store on a level 4 of the shopping center when she said she became aware of the incident at about 3:35 p.m. Sydney time. Suddenly a woman said, "There's a stabbing. We've got to go." And then in another report, and I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but in another report, one of these ladies that unfortunately lost her life was a mother with a child in her arms, and she managed to kind of pass on her child to whoever was next to her while she was struck by the assailant and was unalived. You know, Alexander Biolux says, "Oh my God, I used to work at Mayer department store in Sydney, Pitt Street Mall, neighbor of that Westfield where this happened. I wasn't even informed this just happened. I'm in shock. Thanks for the news. This just happened a couple of hours ago." Alexander says, "I think I'm going to contact my former Australian colleagues. I hope everyone's fine." I have written to my friends from Sydney to ask if they're fine. They have not responded yet. So I am kind of like, I'm still waiting. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm still waiting to hear if they're okay. And this is that tragic side of the end of luxury. You know, I know this sounds so stupid to just something so superficial to name it like this, but what I'm trying to say is we who are still alive, this is an eye-opener. You know, I always tell you, use peripheral vision when you're out and about, you guys. These are tough times. But now, we're used to hearing these terrible, terrible stories from America where everybody can carry a gun, right? In Australia, you can't just carry a firearm. And in fact, this person had a knife. Be careful, people. Be very, very careful. You never, seriously, you guys, we have to be careful. So, you know, the fashion bunker, I speak for all of us in the fashion bunker. Our hearts go out to all of the families and friends and relatives, but also of the people who have unfortunately lost their lives in this incident, but also to all of the people who have suffered the trauma, who have survived, but who have suffered the trauma of being scared for their life for over 1 hour, hiding in the dark somewhere in some storage rooms, hoping that nothing bad is going to happen to them. Don't underestimate the trauma that they went through. Yes, they're alive, and thankfully so, but they're also going to have to go through quite a bit of psychological work to heal from this as well. We tend to forget about the survivors. We think, oh, well, they survived. The survivors also have their fair share of pain to deal with for a long, long time after something like this happens. So here we are. How do you move on from this? Now, we're strong also in the fashion bunker, and we are a unified front. We keep pushing and we keep going. And for whoever needs some sort of lighthearted entertainment to, move away from these thoughts and get a little bit of, we're buffering. I don't know if it's my internet, if it's YouTube. I lost 79 frames. Is it better now? I'm resetting. Hold on, you guys. Is it still freezing, you guys? Because for me, it's not buffering anymore. The rendering is not lagging. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it's my computer again. Yes, I know it's okay for some, but not for others. Okay. So, how do we move on from this? Like, as the video was buffering, I wanted to say, how do we move on from this? Obviously, we are here to also have a good time together and to heal. We deal with topics like these, not this dramatic, thankfully, not this dramatic on a daily basis, but we've been through a lot in these past 10 years together. So we've survived through a lot. Don't forget, together, we also made it through a 3-year lockdown. We've been through a lot. Okay, we're gonna make it through this as well. In terms of the topics that we touch base on and that we talk about together, and despite the fact that we add a lot of humor and comedy to, the shenanigans that a lot of these luxury brands deal on a daily basis, their price increases, their lowering of quality of their products, not paying their staff properly, not paying their artisans properly. We can joke about all that, but also we have an earnest and serious base on which we build all of these topics. We want them to be entertaining because we want to educate and we want to learn together. But at the same time, we also want to be able to understand that we can be above all of this and we can move on from this. So it's been my prerogative since quite a while now to deliver the news, educational. I mean, we're talking about fashion, luxury, art, pop culture, but we do it with a sense of humor while we are also serious. And here's a little bit of good news in all of this sadness on this weekend. And the good news is that, let me share it with you. I just have to find the correct. So I wanted to give a shout out to the Villanova University. Thank you to the Villanova University for, apparently they host a fashion law symposiums. And one of my subscribers wrote me that their husband, who's also apparently working in that department, the Director Senior Counsel of Employment and Litigation at Louis Vuitton apparently went to the Villanova University, and there was like conferences about law and fashion, and yours truly, together with the Fashion Bunker, was mentioned as one of two people that are working on social media that, and I quote, yours truly and the Fashion Bunker was mentioned to have a pulse on fashion and law. Well, that's cool. So thank you so much to the Villanova University. I am very, very humbled and very honored to have been mentioned in such a wonderfully serious context. Even though we deliver the news with a lot of irony and sense of humor, I'm really, really happy that we have been acknowledged in the Fashion Bunker together as a group as being in tune, with fashion and law. So thank you so much to the Villanova University. You could have called me, I could have given a lecture. So let a girl know. Glad to be of help, of any help I could be. So there you go. A little bit of something nice as well that happened this week. And then, of course, the highlight of today is going to be Teruko's show. The one-man show that Teruko and Titi are doing called Made in America. Let me cue in one last time before we do it, right? Because Teruko is going to be performing tonight at the Lyric Hyperion in Los Angeles at 7:30 p.m. It's an award-winning show. Look at all the awards that Teruko and Titi have won. And tonight, Teruko will be performing at the Lyric Hyperion, her award-winning Made in America show. There are only a few tickets left. You can get your tickets at www.terukonakajima.com. Right here's how you spell Teruko's name. So it's www.terukonakajima.com. You can get your tickets now. There's a few tickets left. Yours truly will be there as well. I'm going to see the show. I'm super excited to see Teruko performing live on stage. The tickets are $20. It's anything but a ripoff. This is not a... Teruko is very, very humble. She does not want to overcharge for the tickets. So basically, the ticket cost is going to cover the rental of the theater, is basically what it's about. So you're in for a special treat. This is a wonderful, wonderful piece of art you're going to see. So, if you do see me in the crowd, I'm not performing. I'm just there as a humble guest. This is not my show. This is Teruko's show. But I'm just helping her out. I hope that we can sell out the show. So I will be in the audience. So if you do see me in the audience, feel free to say hi. Do it politely. I'm still recovering from surgery, so I can't be squished because I still have scars and I'm still healing. So just be careful to not squish me too hard. But feel free to say hello to me. I am approachable. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, in light of what just happened in Sydney, I am a little bit paranoid. I know we are in a different country. Nevertheless, this has kind of caused me to be a little bit more alert than I usually would be. So let's just let's just keep it, polite, if possible, please, at the event. And also, don't forget, you guys, feel free to come by and say hi to me, but also don't be offended if I don't recognize you, because what you have to understand is a lot of you in the chats, you don't use photos of your face, you use other avatars, and some of you in the chats don't use your real name. So you know me, how I look, and you know my name, so you might think, oh, I know you too, but I don't know everybody by your face. So please don't be offended or think that I'm being rude if I look at you a little bit strange. Just tell me what your name is on YouTube so that I can put a face together with a username on YouTube. You see what I mean? Because obviously we have a relationship here. We're chatting a lot every week. But truth be told, some of you use your pet's photos as your profile picture, or some of you just have a letter. Like I see here, Prince Max 20 just has a P as a profile picture. So just bear that in mind. You know, if I kind of don't recognize you immediately, it's just because maybe you did not use your real name in the chats or your real photo. So just please, you know, be a little bit patient with me and tell me who you are on YouTube, and then you know, we can talk. So there you go. So I'm going to be there for the show. Super excited. The show is not very long. It's about an hour long. So it's not, you know what I mean? It's not like this huge commitment where you're going to have to sit in a theater for 3 hours. It's a 1 hour show. It's very intense, very dense of information, and it's an autobiographical show. So you're going to be laughing. You're going to be crying. You're going to go through all the motions. It's a very cathartic show. So I'm really looking forward to tonight, to Teruko's Made in America, 7:30 p.m. at the Lyric Hyperion. Hope to see you there. Get your tickets now at www.terukonakajima.com. That is TERUKONAKAJIMA.com. See you there. All right, you guys. So let me take a sip of my tea. Take safety precautions, says Kev. Yes, we are working on the safety precautions, actually. Behind the scenes, stuff is happening already, so we're working on it. Homegirl says, no, I wouldn't be offended by it. Okay, thank you, guys. Now, I just want to let you know, I have all the best intentions, but I just need to know who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? So there's that. Oh, Marco Day M says, hands off our Super D. It's lagging a lot. Is it lagging for everybody? Because I didn't lose any, on my end, I didn't skip any frames. On my end, it's not lagging. No, yeah, Mahora, I think it's on your end. Try to refresh the stream, Mahora, because Natalie Dietz says it's not lagging. Debbie says it's not lagging. Yeah, it's not lagging for anybody. So Mahora, it might be you. But thank you for letting me know. So Lynn MW says, my photo is 12 years old. Few more wrinkles now. Don't you worry. When you see me live, I got more wrinkles too. When I take all this makeup off, I'll be I'll be a wrinkly podling as well. Let's be wrinkly together. So there you go. We got over 200 people watching. We only got 89 likes. Please thumb up the live stream. It doesn't cost you nothing to thumb up the live stream. And Gloria Retinos is going to be there, having my eyebrows waxed right now. Oh, yes, Gloria. You sexy minx. Yes, Brenda, I have been to Switzerland. I have been to Switzerland several times. We got 89 likes. Can you thumb up the live stream? We got over 200 people watching. We got one heck of a show today for you, including a super interesting DIY moment. And it's a fun one. It's one of those DIY moments that you're going to want to watch because...
Sugar!
I didn't say anything. Bubbles said it. Giovanna Ferrari, let us know if you come back to Switzerland. Oh, okay, Giovanna. You know, DIY T-Pal. Yeah, Squin. So there's that. And then we're also going to talk about Chanel. We have the lawsuit. Wait, was that today? Oh my God, I'm completely lost. What goes around comes around. Is that today? It is. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, wait, who are we? Where are we? What goes around comes around. We have a clapback. But before we do that, we also have to acknowledge two more sad, well, to some sad, to some not. I don't know. I know Debbie was kind of like, well, karma. But anyway, so O.J. Simpson passed away this week. Apparently cancer at the age of 76. And, I want to say 76 nowadays is young still, even though several decades ago, I think 76 would have been considered really like advanced age. I think nowadays 70 is the new 40, I want to say. So if you're living a healthy life. And then just yesterday, Roberto Cavalli passed away at the age of 86. I have a picture of Roberto Cavalli. We'll go. This is good old Roberto. May they all rest in peace. Roberto Cavalli, the owner of the homonymous fashion empire, Roberto Cavalli. There was also, many years ago, a collaboration Roberto Cavalli did with H&M. Like, most designers do, a little capsule collection. Roberto Cavalli did one as well many years ago. He's very famous for his maculato, his kind of, leopard prints. I think his tie has a ton sur ton leopard print as well. Very Italian, little kind of mafioso vibe and style going on there. So Roberto Cavalli, at the age of 86, so I want to say he has had a full life as well, very successful life. His fashion brand was doing quite well, especially in the past decades. I don't know how the brand was doing in the past few years, because it's not like we've been hearing a lot about Roberto Cavalli, but may he rest in peace. So that's also fashion news of the week. It's kind of the end of luxury, y'all. What can I tell ya? We'll go. But I have a clapback. What goes around comes around. Came around, let me tell ya, with a clapback. And I'm just trying to figure out where my clapback... Oh, there it is. Interesting. So let me move to the scene. Let's film this, you guys. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. We've been talking about... What's this again? Bear with me. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. We've been talking about the end of luxury for quite some time now, and many reasons and many videos have been filmed on my channel about this topic. And we've been speculating, it's over, it's the end of luxury, it's the end of fashion. But is there a glimmer of hope? Is there still a chance for fashion and luxury in the good way? Well, apparently, maybe there just might be, depending what a judge rules in the case Chanel versus What Goes Around Comes Around. So apparently, What Goes Around Comes Around has delivered a clapback at Chanel after Chanel has won almost all, I think all the accounts on which they were kind of doing the suation against What Goes Around Comes Around. And I've made several videos on this particular lawsuit, so you can go check those out for all the deets. But in short, what happened was, well, What Goes Around Comes Around has several brick and mortar stores as well as an online consignment store. They sell, pre-loved stuff, including Chanel. And Chanel did not like the fact that in New York City, really close to Spring Street, really close to the Chanel boutique, there is a What Goes Around Comes Around pre-loved store. And Chanel was like, yeah, you're too close to us physically. So we don't want you to sell pre-loved Chanel stuff. Now, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged, just my opinion. And I ain't no lawyer. So we'll go. We're just, we're kind of just like talking. So Paul S. asks, could anybody explain briefly what goes around comes around is? WGACA, the abbreviation of What Goes Around Comes Around. It's a consignment store. They sell pre-loved fashion. And the abbreviation of the name of this company, What Goes Around Comes Around, is WGACA. So we can just lovingly call them WGACA. Yeah, how about that? that better? WGACA. So there you go. So WGACA was like, so Chanel was like, yeah, no, WGACA, you can't sell pre-loved Chanel too close to our Chanel boutique. It's competition. Now, it's not up to Chanel technically to decide who opens their own store or not. But the problem is Chanel was claiming that WGACA was selling some Chanel bags that had serial stickers in them that were serial numbers that were allegedly stolen from an Italian factory that was producing Chanel bags back in 2012 roundabout. And so those serial numbers, because they were stolen, they could not technically be in any authentic Chanel bags. You see, somebody who stole those serial numbers had to stick them into bags that were produced elsewhere, but not directly by Chanel. So apparently WGACA was selling some of those bags and Chanel had proof because of the serial numbers. Allegedly, everything I got to say, even though they won on that account in court. The jury, you know. And then also Chanel did not like the fact that WGACA was selling products that Chanel does not sell themselves, but products that Chanel would manufacture as displays for their boutiques. Like, for example, you know, let's say like a stand for a perfume, you know, like a little frame with a little plastic stand where you put the perfume bottle on and the stand says Chanel. So apparently they were selling those items as well that Chanel would never sell. So they were also saying like you can't sell merch that we don't sell ourselves and claim that it's Chanel. And they also Chanel claimed that WGACA was acting as if they were affiliated with Chanel. And Chanel said, no. You have to make it very clear that you're not affiliated with us in any way, shape, or form. And also, Chanel wants WGACA to make it clear that they cannot deliver authenticity on Chanel products. Now, on that point, I agree. I've said this 1,000 times, you guys, already. And I'm going to repeat it here again. The only person or company that can actually deliver authenticity of a product is the brand that made the product. In other words, I agree with Chanel on this. Chanel should be the only company allowed to issue an authenticity on their products. In other words, if you buy a pre-loved Chanel bag, no third-party authenticator should be allowed legally to tell you, oh, this bag is 100% authentic Chanel, because that third-party authenticator is not Chanel. Only Chanel should have the right to claim if their products are authentic or not. This is why I always say I personally never trust authenticators. To me, it's a scam. You know, to me, authenticator, they issue you a piece of paper that says, we certify that this bag is, who are you? Who are you to certify that this bag is authentic? If you're not the brand that made the bag, you can't certify it, in my mind, as authentic. You can say in your certificate that it is your third-party opinion that the bag might be authentic, but you should not be allowed to issue a 100% statement saying, oh no, this bag is authentic for sure. No, because that, to me, I agree with Chanel fully on that part, and I would not be giving money. To me, they're like vultures, these authenticators, you know, they're like parasites, you know, scavenging, whatever, you know, getting your money, 50, 40 bucks to give you a piece of paper that says that the bag is authentic. I would not give them a penny, just me personally. So there you go. But here's the clapback. And now before we get to the clapback that WGACA, because Chanel asked for an injunction. Chanel asked, no, we actually don't want you to sell our products anymore if you're going to use our logo, you know. They don't want them to even use the logo. And now WGACA is fighting back. But before we get to that, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thumb up this video if you're enjoying it. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. Hello to my co-chattors. So, as Yahoo.com reports, what goes around comes around, claps back at radical Chanel injunction. Now, less than a month since Chanel asked a New York federal court judge to block luxury resale site, what goes around comes around, lovingly named WGACA, from using the label's trademarks or altered goods on its website. WGACA has asked that injunction be denied. In a brief filed just this week, WGACA asked the court dismiss Chanel's bid for an injunction because it says the luxury brand has not been harmed by its resale of Chanel products. WGACA also said the decision to award Chanel $4 million in statutory damages was enough compensation without the addition of the injunction. In other words, Chanel is like, we got an injunction on y'all's, and we want $4 million. Thank you very much. Boy, oh boy, this after Chanel was also dealing with the Real and wanting, damages from the Real as well, as they took them to court. It smells to me like Chanel is like not earning the money they used to be earning. So they're like trying to collect nickels wherever they can. And yes, for Chanel, I do believe $4 million are nickels. But still, they're like, $4 million. Ka-ching! Thank you, WGACA. But WGACA is like, well, we'll go. Here's your $4 million. But like, don't block us from selling pre-loved Chanel items, basically, is the gist of it. Now, the dispute stems from a suit filed by Chanel against WGACA in 2018, which alleged the retailer sold counterfeit bags and display-only items. Display-only items are the ones I explained to you, like, trays with the Chanel logo on them, containers for Q-tips, stuff like that. Flankers, testers, stuff like that. Samples that are not for sale, stuff like that. The luxury brand also said WGACA implied affiliation with Chanel through marketing efforts such as coupon codes and social media posts when no such relationship existed. And here we go back to what I've been telling you since a while now. Try using the hashtag, no, don't do it. But a lot of people who use the hashtag Chanel on Instagram, their posts get deleted for infringement of copyright, third-party copyright. Yeah. Don't spell out Chanel on Instagram. Even if you're not a reseller, even if you're just your own private citizen, having your own private profile, posting photos of your private collection that you enjoy owning, that you enjoy wearing. A lot of people have been having issues lately, including yours truly, by posting a photo that you took of your own stuff that you bought with your money at Chanel, and then you write hashtag Chanel underneath, and then Instagram takes away the post because they claim copyright infringement. Ask yourself why that happens. Enough said. A multi-week jury trial was held in New York federal court earlier this year, with a unanimous verdict coming down on February 6 in favor of Chanel, finding WGACA guilty of trademark infringement, false association, and unfair competition. Evidence against WGACA included handbags with voided, stolen Chanel serial numbers, point-of-sale items, and altered or repaired Chanel products. Now, following that decision, Chanel requested a permanent injunction that would prohibit WGACA from using Chanel logos or other marks for anything other than identifying authorized items for sale. The luxury maker requested that authorization come in the form of prominently posting photographic evidence of Chanel serial numbers of the items WGACA sells on its site, as well as posting an authorization disclaimer. Chanel also asked the court to order the reseller to recall any items sold to consumers or wholesalers since March 2018 that could be considered unauthorized or infringing on trademarks. I mean, this is insane. I mean, a lot of this makes sense, but a lot of this also is a little bit much. Now, here's what WGACA has to say to fight back. In its brief, WGACA said that evidence in that case actually shows the retailer did not act willfully to sell unauthorized items or engage in any other infringement. The resale site said it was unaware of the counterfeit nature of the Chanel bags in question, including those bearing serial numbers stolen from a supplier factory in Italy back in 2012. WGACA went on to say that it was also unaware of Chanel's prohibition of the sale or distribution of point-of-sale items until this litigation. Fair enough. You know, you could claim you didn't know. But still, I don't legally, you know, saying like, oh, I sold a fake, but I didn't know it was a fake. Well, that doesn't change the fact that you sold a fake. You know what I mean? So like I always tell you guys, law and morals, two different things. In some cases, the law of today matches the morals of today, but in many instances, the morals of today have nothing to do with the law. Just be very aware of that when we talk about topics like these. WGACA claims that Chanel is using this lawsuit, here we get to the point, and injunction request as a means of restricting sales in the secondary market. And here we get to the gist. In other words, WGACA is claiming that Chanel is trying to set precedent here in order to make selling pre-loved Chanel items difficult to almost impossible. Why would they want to do that? Simple. Because they don't want, they want to be the sole people, the sole company to profit off of their own products. They don't want you to go reselling the products that you purchased at Chanel. No. They want to be the only ones, but they cannot say it that way. So they're trying a workaround, you know, they're trying to find loopholes to get to that point, to make reselling of their products so difficult that a lot of people just give up. That's the strategy here. It's a long-term strategy. This is just my humble opinion. Okay, this might not be the truth, but it's what I sniff out here. So WGACA claims that Chanel is using this lawsuit and injunction request as a means of restricting sales in the secondary market, which has exploded in recent years. According to estimates from global management consulting firm Ben & Company, approximately $49.3 billion worth of second-hand luxury products were sold worldwide just in 2023 alone. And the luxury resale market has roughly doubled in size over the last 4 years, now equivalent to 12% of the new luxury goods market value. I'm like, Chanel, you don't want people to just jump on the second-hand market? Well then, baby, how about you lower your prices and you allow regular folk, the aspirational customer, to purchase your baglets again? Then maybe they won't be looking for your baglets on the second-hand market. Just a thought, Chanel, you know. I'm no genius in math. I can barely count 2 + 2, but this seems to be a no-brainer to me. But we'll go. You know, WGACA accuses Chanel of having unclean hands, a reference to court doctrine that says the equitable powers can never be exerted on behalf of one who has acted fraudulently or who by deceit or any unfair means has gained an advantage. The reseller claims one of Chanel's key witnesses provided false testimony and that the brand allegedly tried to prevent one of WGACA's witnesses from testifying, all in the name of squashing resale competition. Now that's some big accusation there, saying that your witness was giving false testimony, Chanel, and stating that Chanel tried to silence one of WGACA's witnesses. Now, those are some hard claims. If they go through, we might be seeing some very interesting turn of events here. You see why I, at the beginning of the video, said maybe there's a bit of light at the end of this tunnel of luxury is ending? There's a battle happening here for the survival of the pre-loved market, you guys. It's very Lord of the Rings, but make it fashion. You know, make it superficial luxury fashion. You know, very Lord of the Things. Lord of the Luxury Things. That's the new series. We're gonna, yes, Lord of the Luxury Things. And so the radical injunction proposed by Chanel is nothing more than a transparent attempt to wrest control of the secondary market, a plan that Chanel has been contemplating since at least 2017. I'm just reading what they claim. These are not my words. Don't shoot the messenger. WGACA said in its brief, they said Chanel chose to attack the secondary market, as is evident by its initiation of lawsuits against WGACA and The Real in 2018. WGACA went on to say that requiring the reseller to obtain documentary evidence, such as original purchase receipts, would be unattainable, and to prohibit the retailer from using Chanel's marks in its advertising would violate its right to lawful commercial speech under the First Amendment. Well, we'll go, or should we say, well, WGACA. WGACA concluded by saying enacting this extreme injunction proposed by Chanel goes far beyond what is necessary and is clearly intended to terminate WGACA's ability to sell any Chanel goods, and continued that the injunction would not only devastate its business, but would chill the second-hand industry as a whole. Chilling revelations. Well, WGACA. I mean, I'm super curious to see how this continues. Will the judge in the New York court grant this sort of appeal to the injunction that WGACA is trying to get against Chanel or not? I mean, I am watching. We are definitely going to be reporting about this as the news unravels. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in your thoughts and prayers down below. Thumb up this video. Kev says in the chats, maybe the judge would just get annoyed by their pettiness and mandate both companies to stop selling Chanel in New York. Oh, Kev, you always have the most genius comments. Could you imagine if the judge just tells Chanel, listen, Linda, we good. Okay? You're exaggerating with your prices anyway, cha. WGACA, fine. Go to another state. But Chanel, you too. Girl, come on. It ain't purty what you doing here. It ain't classy. It ain't sassy. It's just, it's given ratchet. So both of you prohibited from selling. Oh, ring. Hello? Yes? Bruna Pavlovsky? Yes, darling. No, sweetie. No, don't. No. It was just a joke, Bruno. No, Bruno. Chanel can keep selling its expensive bags in New York. Don't worry. Yes, I know you got scared. No, Bruno, don't worry, sweetie. No, it's all good. The rich people are gonna give you millions. Yes, they will. Yes, you're gonna go on a beautiful cruise in your private yacht. Yes, you will. Don't you worry about a thing. This was all just for comedy, Bruno. All right, love you loads. Take care. Bye. Of course, this phone call never happened. It was just satire. Never give up on love. Subscribe. You understand, right, Finley? Imagine the judge wearing the aspirational shirt while giving the verdict. Oh, living. Safi, style, art, fashion, imagination. I think you're onto something there. Chanel legacy is going downhill due to high ego. Definitely due to high desiring money. You know what I mean? Because like, come on, this brand is so beautiful. It has a beautiful heritage, beautiful artistry. Like, why does it have to all boil down to just greed? It's so sad. Really. I mean, I'm super sad. I love Chanel, you know, and I want to see them thrive and I want to see them grow and evolve, but not like this. This is just sad, you know, poverty. So anyway, there you go. We'll go. Kev says, question, what if you hashtag Chanel under someone else's post? Would you be able to get them canceled? No, that doesn't actually work. You need to, the creator of the post, the creator of the content actually has to put the hashtag, because obviously you have no control over what other people type in the comments unless you don't block the comments, obviously. So we got 300 people watching and we got 153 likes. Oh, Terry, my love. Oh,
Teresa
thank you.
McGuire donated $75.
Thank you, Terry, so much.
Hubby and I are enjoying the show. Glad you are feeling better.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. Well, we got the tip of Shay. Yes. Terry, always so generous. Thank you, sweetie. And to hubby. Oh, we love a tip. Let me blow the Hermes confetti over you two lovebirds. We'll go. WGACA. Hit it, Bubbles. Such a moment. Oh, hi, Winnie. Just a tip. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. Oh, this is nice. Oh, a little frisbee moment. Hey, main mom, I love your background today. Thank you so much. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. So if you too wish to tip your host with the hostess with the mostest right there, I have no shame to say every tip that comes to the Fashion Bunker stays in the Fashion Bunker as we innovate. Build up the Fashion Bunker. Don't think for a second that this is for free. Every single AI-generated image I pay for, just to let you guys know, because you have to pay for the AI bot to generate these things. So there's you kind of like purchase a set amount of renditions, and then after that is done, you have to kind of refill your tab again. And it's not like I just generate one image and I'm happy with it. You know, I prompt the AI to generate a scenario. So this is how it works. And then the AI generates a scenario, and then it delivers usually 4 images. And then you're like, do you like them? Do you not like them? I give me 4 more. Sometimes I go through like 20 of them till I find one that fits. And of course, even the ones that don't fit, you still got to pay. So Debbie's like, I had no idea. Oh, yes. Everything costs money. Like nothing is for free. And when I do like one background that the AI generated, I have to tell the AI to alter some parts of the background to make it better. That costs money as well. So they generate something. Like, for example, I was generating an image the other day for my Hermes video that just came out like yesterday. And basically, it gave me a model with a pose holding a Birkin bag, but the hand of the model was like zigzag. Like the hand it didn't have one elbow. It had like 3 elbows. And I'm like, this is going to scare my viewers. This looks like a mutant. So I was like, Bubbles, can you like maybe tone down the 3 elbows and give the person 1 elbow? So Bubbles is like, yeah, I got you. I can do 1 elbow, girl, but it's going to cost you.
Yes.
So we'll go. Hey, Dee Bean, how's it going, my love? Dee Bean just celebrated 1 year on the tubes, and she had a wonderful live stream, and I was in the chats. And so go check out Dee Bean on the tubes. Go subscribe to this lovely lady. Wait, let me just read Dee Bean's comment just a second. Dee Bean says, Dacob and everyone, hi. I'm out at the baseball fields with my grandkids, so popping in. Heard the readings of the response from WGACA. Hopefully the judge's wife buys Chanel pre-loved. Could you imagine, Dee Bean? This is a really good point that Dee Dee's making, because if the judge is a man, and if the judge is straight, and if the judge is married to a woman, and if that woman is buying pre-loved Chanel, she might, in fact, don't you ever underestimate the wives of the politicians and all of these judges, because they silently, behind the scenes, maneuver the decisions that these funny men are making. Oh yes, Dee Bean is onto something here. If the wife tells her hubby, hey, we'll go. I'm going to keep buying. I ain't going to go. With what? With your salary? Okay, hubby. Sure. You can buy me the brand new Chanel bags for $15,000 a bag. I mean, if your judge salary can afford it, honey, I'm glad to keep buying you. But if you want to save a dime and you want your wifey to purchase the Chanel baglet for $5,000 instead of $15,000, well then you best keep WGACA alive. Clever thinking. We won't bone yesterday. Just saying. So yeah. Everything costs money, says T-Pal. Yeah, I know. Perfection is costly, says Ollie. No, for sure. So I'm just like letting you guys know. That's how it is. And then also when I purchase my merch, like you can get my merch at www.superdacob.com or on Amazon, like my Super Dacob t-shirts or other stuff. I have to pay for it as well. I don't get free samples of my own merch. I purchase it just like you have to purchase it. So there's like everything, the lights, the microphone, the computer, the control monitor, the props, the makeup, everything. It's like ding, 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 piles up. So just letting you guys know, thank you so much for everybody who's been a member, a patron, and sending tips. It does really make the world of a difference, and it allows me to grow the Fashion Bunker and become more and more profesh. We'll go. Thank you guys so much. If you are re-watching this live stream later on for our rewatch crew, please help out by leaving a comment in the comment section down below with a time code and the title of the topic when it began. This helps me later on generate chapters for the video. Thank you guys so much for your help. Thumb up the live stream, and let's talk about the next topic. Also, stay tuned because we're going to have a DIY moment. And yes, Chanel, sue us for doing a DIY. We're not selling nothing. Are we going to get in trouble now for doing a DIY? Ring, 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 ring. Hello?
Butter.
Bruno, it's you again. Bruno, no, Bruno, listen. No, listen. Yes, of course your Chanel boutiques in New York are fine. You can keep them open. Uh-huh. You don't want me to do a DIY? Why, Bruno? You want to sell it yourself? Yeah, but these are freebies. No, you don't sell free. You want to start selling freebies? Bruno, you're already selling. Bruno, honey, darling, sweetie, let me explain it to you. Your team has briefed your sales associates to only give freebies out when the customer buys something. So you know that the exorbitant prices you're charging us for Chanel products, part of that price goes towards the manufacturer of your freebies, which are also tax deductible for you, by the way. Yeah? You want to start charging for the freebie? You think you can make some more money extra? Okay. Right. So you, Bruno, darling, no. You tried to charge freebies. Remember how that went in 2021 when you released the advent calendar and you were charging $900 for stickers? You remember? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, now you don't want to talk about it. Yeah, we don't talk about the advent calendar, right, Bruno? No, we don't. Yeah, you charged for the stickers. Yes, over $800. Oh, you're in denial about that? Well, what do you want to charge now again? $200 for the stickers? Hello? Hello? Of course, the conversation became uncomfortable. He hung up on me. Everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. This phone call never really happened. I just faked it. Manti says, Chanel 2030, entrance fee, $10. $10? Add another 2 zeros. Chanel 2030, entrance to the store, $1,000. You know. Oh my God, Evian says they're soon going to be charging you for breathing in a Chanel boutique. I know, right? Heaven is like, that advent calendar? History. No, man. Anyway, you guys, what will go. Let me tell you what will go. The next topic is, we got a ratchet one. I mean, we're staying on trend. Everything is ratchet today in this day and age. So today's topic is Shein. Now, I always say Shein, but everybody says Shein. Only a couple of days ago, I figured out that actually, allegedly, it means she is in, like she is in trend. Seriously, I did not know that. I did not know that for as long as that brand, as long as that company exists. I had no clue that it was kind of like she, the woman, is in trend. Like, oh, she in. Oh, she in. Okay. Oh, she is in trend. Shein. Caroline says, yes, Dacob, it's Shein. Right. But I always thought it was like some Chinese word for something. And I thought it was Shein. So anyway, Shein. I learned the pronunciation from their email newsletter. She Insider, says Sharna G. Well, there you go. The things you... Linda, listen, Linda. Linda is like, oh my God. Linda is like, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. And then Ollie's like, oh no, she not in, she out, right? So now we know the things we learn, Valentina Capuano, I capito. She's like, wow, I was clueless too, and I miscalled as well. Yeah. Liz M is like, she in plastic. As I get older, I'm even more sensitive to Polly, says Heaven. MH says Diana didn't like Chanel because of the double C that reminded her of Charles and Camilla. Camiller. OMH, can we have one live stream without mentioning Camiller? But since you mentioned her, we gotta sing the song. Hit it, Bubbles. Yes, Quinn, literally. But, well, that's just a rumor that Lady Di didn't like Camiller, she didn't wear Chanel because of double C. Because Lady Diana, as we know, wore quite a few Chanel pieces and wore them even after her divorce with Charles, including tailleuse, jackets, buttons with double C's on them. I have receipts, as well as the infamous Diana Chanel bag. I know, Ollie, right? True. We always mention that woman. I know. She's a staple of the fashion bunker. Maybe one day she'll be a guest star. Could you imagine if Queen... I would love to have Queen Camilla on the show. See, I'm not even joking, you guys. I think it would be fabulous. You know. And I know that my dear friend Aish, who's not feeling very well this week, so shout out to Aish. I hope she feels better soon. Aish would love it. Aish loves Camilla. You know, I would say, like, I would make Aish call in and be like, Aish, you have a question for Queen Camilla? And, you know, and Aish would be like, butter. Yes, listen, Linda, listen, Camilla. Shein here, the Queen, has an alternate name, right? Didi Bean says, don't cancel me. I do buy my clothes exclusively there at Shein because they have a plethora of plus-size fashion clothing. Chanel and Coach do not have the plus-size clothing. Hello. Well, Didi Bean, I hear ya. There are other places to buy plus-size clothing that are a little bit more sustainable. But also, if you are very, very rich, did you guys know that you can go to Chanel and ask them to manufacture clothes above size 50? Prêt-à-porter, not haute couture. Haute couture, of course, they're going to make it to your body measurements and you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. But no, I'm talking prêt-à-porter. You can actually pre-order, but here there is a twist. There's a catch. You can say, oh, from the runway piece, from the prêt-à-porter collection, oh my God, I love look number 4. But I know you only make up to size 50, but I'm a size 60. Chanel says, no problems. We can do it, but you got to pay extra 20 or 30% on top of the retail price. Yeah. So if you got the 20 to 30, I don't know how much it is at the moment. Maybe 20, I think 30% I heard last. So they charge you a 30% on top and then they can make it for you bigger. So we'll go. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Liz M says Oprah used to do that at Chanel. Huh. Najum says Prada, D&G, and Fendi also do that as well. Angela says for the fabric, but also because you can imagine how they're set up, the manufacturing process is set up in these standard sizes. And if you exceed the standard size, they have to implement more manual steps in manufacturing your garment, which is more labor, but also more fabric. Gloria says, yes, Liz, I worked in swimwear. We would do that for her. Ah, there you go. Zeitgeist says, I mean, if you're that rich, I don't think that percentage will be a problem. A good point. Well, anyway, Shein, we have an update. Let me just touch up my lippy. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's clean up before we go to the next topic. I have bought some plus size pre-loved. Ah, you have. I have never seen pre-loved Chanel prêt-à-porter over the size of 50. I've never seen bigger than that. So I think it's quite rare. You know what I mean? I think it's quite rare, but it's definitely out there, you know. Using my MAC Like Squirt Red Neutralizer, plumping. I wonder if Oprah's size tag would say extra small for extra special. Yes, Kev, probably. Oh, hi, Avatar Primus. Oh, you got to go. All right, sweetie. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, beautiful steps. You got to meet. Who did you get to meet? Camilla or somebody else? Because I missed like who we're talking about. Heaven says, I saw a Gucci floral leather trench coat in my local thrift store. I died, but I'm not a size 8. Ah, you see, it's the teeny tiny size as always. Yeah, can't fit in them either. Exactly. Didi Bean, I save my coins for my handbags. Give me them $5 dresses. Yes, Quinn. Monarch says, I think it's rare too. I'm plus size and it's rare. It is rare. 10 Seconds of My Life says, the largest I see is 46. Now, I've seen twice a size 50. Couple of times, like 3 or 4 times a size 48, but usually, I agree with you, usually the biggest size that is more present is a 46. T-Plus says, I'm not a stuffy person, but I cannot wear anything but cotton for daily wear. Other fabrics for a night out for a few hours, but cotton for daily wear due to skin issues. I mean, I can do wool, but I'm also a cotton person, definitely. You know. Cha, right, Winnie B? Cha, cha. She met, oh, Finley says, no, she met Camilla. Ah. Evian says, love the Samantha, yes, Dacob is doing. Wait, did I do a Samantha Jones? Yeah. Did I do it? Wait, did I do a Samantha Jones impersonation today? I don't even know anymore. You see, I'm like, I don't even know I'm channeling my Samantha Jones without even knowing it. Well, what do you know? So try to H&M cause Anthro plus the, cotton, linen, and wool are all I wear, says Cecily Erker. 10 Seconds of My Life says, I aspire to a life of wearing silk all day, preferably pajamas and a robe. Let me tell you something. I love the silk pillowcase. Love it. It's great for the hair, great for the face. But on my naked skin, silk, not the best. I sweat in silk. It doesn't breathe as much as I would need it to breathe. So not my favorite material. Gotta be honest with you guys. Like on my torso, silk, no. Jersey, love it. Like a wool jersey or a cotton jersey, yes. Silk doesn't do it for me. Oh, Heaven has the same issue. Oh my God, Kev is like, Lily Silk's opening a physical store in my neighborhood. Well, we'll go, Kev. Oh, well, Kev, go to the opening. Take some pictures. You know who's going to be invited. We're probably going to see Sophie Shohead, Maria Draganova at the opening. Who else? I mean, I've done once a Lily Silk, and then they never wanted me to do it again because nobody bought anything. But I love those shirts. I still wear them. And actually, you know when it was the last time I wore one of those? One of their shirts? Several weeks ago when I was wearing the Vivienne Westwood, the denim vest, underneath the vest was the same colored blue silk shirt. That was Lily Silk. Yeah. Yeah. So I still wear those shirts. I like them. But I sweat a lot in them. Sometimes I have to put a cotton t-shirt underneath and then I layer on top. So as long as my armpits are touching cotton, I can breathe. And then I sweat less. So it's not about having more layers. Like, oh wait, technically you're having a cotton t-shirt and on top of the cotton t-shirt, you're putting a silk shirt. So you're going to sweat more because you have more. No, it's about what my skin touches. And since my skin touches cotton, it's more breathable for me. And maybe it's a psychological thing. I don't know, but I sweat less. There you go. Influences, heaven, influences. Really, T-Pal? You bought a Lily Silk shirt for your son with my code? It was a royal blue and he loves it. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Well, Lily Silk contacted me and said, like, it's strange that nobody used your coupon code. Now we have proof that we have receipts that you did use the coupon code. The plot thickens. There you go. Beautiful Step says, I started using silk pillowcases a few years ago and I can't sleep without it now. It's a different experience. Silk on the face and on the hair, especially if you have long hair. It is better. I've noticed the difference. I've noticed the difference. My hair is shinier if I sleep on a silk pillow than if I sleep on cotton. It really is. I don't know what's something about the amino acids. They say the silk has the amino acids in it and it's good for the hair. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, Jacqueline McKinney. Good point. Yes, exception made for silk knitwear. My favorite sweater of all time is from the 90s. It's a vintage Dolce & Gabbana sweater that I have. It is silk knit and it is raw silk. So when you touch it, it's soft, but it has that cottony consistency and it's fluffy, right? So there's air, it's breathable. That sweater, I wish they still made that quality. They just don't do that anymore. Woven silk, like wool, but knitwear, silk knitwear, delicious. That, yes, it feels like you're naked, but in a good way. Completely agree with you. That's the exception. Yeah, it is different. Than a silk, like, the Versace. I love the Versace silk shirts, but I sweat my butt off in those. I mean, it's just, that's different. The printed silk shirts, very different from silk knitwear. So, we'll go. Let's do the topic. Sorry, I keep postponing. Sweeting says, I love silk knit long underwear. I'm wearing a shirt right now, layered under a wool tee. Oh, delish. Wait, DD Bean says, Dacob, I found out through a friend of mine who is an affiliate with a handbag company. If we use her link and buy it right away, she gets credit. But if we browse off that item, even for a different color, then no commish. Oh, I was not getting any commish with my link. They just wanted people to use the link so that they can see how many customers I drive to them. I was not getting commission. They paid me a flat fee for mentioning them in my video. And that's it. We agreed upon a flat fee. But the coupon code, they wanted people to use the coupon code so that they could control how much traffic I was bringing them. So that they could see if they wanted to work with me again later. Yeah. But I did not do the commish. Just FYI. But some people do the commish. You know, there's different ways. There's different contracts, different agreements you could do. But I'm like, I'm not going to talk about your brand in the hopes that I get commish. No. No. Pay up front, honey, or after the video is done, but give me a flat fee. We're not going to play these games. Here, I'm going to send you a free bag. Talk about the bag. I'm like, so you want me to shoot a video, edit a video, do the post-production of the video, create the content, do the script, insert the text you want me to say about your product, and all of that in return for a bag and no money? No. And they call it a collaboration. I'm like, that's not a collaboration, honey. That's not a collaboration. You literally, that's free labor. Call it for what it is. And they try to tell you it's a collaboration. Girl, call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. Exactly, Winnie. Pay the fee and then give the commish. Thank you. You understand. Yeah, exactly, Sharna. They tell you it's for the exposure. You understand. Yeah. Where's the shmoney, right? All right, let's do this. Listen, Linda. Thank you for becoming a patron, IB. I'm going to do the topic, which is she in or she out. Okay. Cha, my hair. What will go, will go. What will go, will go. Nothing. Look, let's twirl it. Sorry, guys. Give me a curl at least in the first minute of the video, you know. Exactly, Terry. Teresa McGuire, baby. Money talks, BS walks. Don't we know it? Put that on a t-shirt. Thank you. Right? Afke Art. Yeah, good for you, Dacob. You and everybody should get paid fairly. Thank you. Oh, yes, the real Shakeen. Hi, Jasleen, by the way. Jasleen says, because the gifted item can count as income for the value of what it is, best to say, send me the item and I'll see if I can mention it. So what Jasleen is saying here, you guys, is really important for taxes, because if the brand sends you a free item, promotional item, they can deduct it from their taxes, and then they declare that they sent it to you, and then the tax IRS, well, depending what country you're in, has different names. In America, it's called the IRS. They come after you and they say, so-and-so company has claimed that they sent you $10,000 worth of handbag. So that is income. You're going to have to get taxed on that, right? So you have to make it clear to that company to, one, either that they have to pay taxes on that product, not you, or two, you tell them, send me what you want, but I'm not guaranteeing that I'll mention anything. If you want to send something, that's up to you, but I'm not mentioning you. So very, very important, you guys. But anyway, for the content creators out there who are watching me now. But thanks for reminding me about that, Jasleen. It's a very good point. Now, all right, let's do the lawsuit. Yes, there's another lawsuit, you guys. This one is kind of funny. Okay. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Is she in or is she out? Shein, which I thought was called Shein, but it's she in, as in she's in fashion. There is, by Sourcing Journal, article about copyright class action lawsuit targets Shein's use of AI and algorithms. Isn't this interesting? So Shein has once again found itself facing a copyright conundrum. So this has happened before. There's trouble ahead bumpy ride up ahead for Shein. So let's get to it. First, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join the fun. Come join the chats. And everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything is alleged and just my opinion. I ain't no lawyer. So I ain't giving no legal advice here. I'm just reading articles and throwing fashionable shade where fashionable shade is due, darling. Now, the fast fashion mogul has been sued by Alan Gianna, an artist who alleged in an April 5 complaint that the company infringed and continues to infringe copyrights that he owns. But the class action lawsuit filed in New York's Southern District insinuates that Gianna is not the only artist facing this issue. Now, I remember Zara being sued several years ago about this same situation when a local Etsy type of artist was creating a specific design, and then Zara's design team just snatched it one-to-one without crediting the artist, without paying the artist. And then they said, like, we don't care. You can sue us. We got the money. You know what I mean? You remember? That happened a couple of years ago. Well, Shein is apparently doing the same thing, except they're not even having a team of people snatching and stealing ideas. No, they just push a button and the AI does it. The AI scavenges the internet. Allegedly. The AI finds what is trending at the moment, what are people hashtagging for the most, looking for the most, searching for the most, and then the AI finds the pictures and the designs that go the best with said searches, and then those images are then taken, implemented to be printed on garments or turned into objects, and that's how Shein apparently works. So, widespread copyright infringement is baked into the business, the complaint alleges. Throughout the complaint, Shein's alleged use of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and algorithms comes into question. The plaintiff's attorney alleges that the Temu adversary scrapes data from non-Shein sources to help identify trends its consumers may have an interest in purchasing. The company's success, it goes on to say, can be, and we quote, the company's success can be attributed to Shein's use of proprietary electronic monitoring systems that uses algorithms and machine learning, also known as artificial intelligence, to track consumer trends and to identify works, designs, and products that Shein's system predicts will be commercially successful. Wesley Mullen, one of Gianna's attorneys, said technology has allowed Shein to infringe on Gianna and other artists. And the lawyer says, our client's complaint cites at length Shein's public statements and press and analyst coverage, which make clear that Shein uses technology including algorithms and AI to identify images to copy and sell. So he said. And goes on to say that technology is at the heart of Shein's scheme of systematic and unlawful infringement, and so at the appropriate stage of the case, Gianna will call on Shein to make the technology available for inspection. Gianna's attorneys allege that Shein used the artist's copyrighted work called Coastal Escape without permission or authorization, but they acknowledge that the class could quickly grow to include thousands or tens of thousands of others. At present, no other named plaintiffs or class members have joined the case. Mullen said the alleged infringement has direct negative effects on artists like Gianna. And then we quote again the attorney saying, Alan Gianna's life's work is making and selling works of art like the one pictured in the complaint. the same one that Shein copied and put up for sale on its own website. Every unauthorized copy that Shein sells is a sale stolen from the artist. And when Shein floods the market with counterfeits, it diminishes the value of the work to other buyers and licensees. Importantly, the complaint alleges that Shein knows its technology practices could lead to infringement. The quote continues, Shein's year-long use of a sophisticated system of algorithms, artificial intelligence, and other electronic surveillance to copy and appropriate copyrighted works designed and owned by others confirmed that Shein's serial copyright infringement is willful and not merely a result of ignorance. The defendant's conduct constitutes copyright infringement, the lawyer wrote. Now, if the court finds Shein guilty of willful copyright infringement, statutory damages could amount up to $150,000 per plaintiff, minus the legal fees, unless Shein has to also cover the legal fees of the plaintiff. We'll go. Mullen said that could be costly for Shein. Now, it's no stretch to imagine that the damages to this class could number in the hundreds of millions of dollars, the lawyer told Sourcing Journal. But, per the complaint, Shein may not think twice about the cash. Rather than respect designers' intellectual property rights, Shein treats the cost of litigating and settling copyright infringement claims as a necessary business expense, it states. Interesting how it seems like they think it's cheaper for them to just do the lawsuit and eventually pay if they lose, rather than rethinking their entire creative system and AI system. Like, just pay some designers to work for you instead. No, they're like, nah, we'd rather lose the lawsuit and pay if we lose the lawsuit, whatever, we'll go, you know. In addition to asking the court to award monetary damages, Jana seeks an injunction. If granted, that would enjoin Shein from using an algorithm or any other systematic method for reviewing or copying any pictures, drawings, paintings, images, patterns, designs, and other works in order to design, market, sell, promote, or otherwise distribute or display any products on any of their sales apps or websites, according to the complaint. So the injunction would not allow, basically the injunction would mean, stop using AI, you're going to have to start hiring actual real living people to do their research, to create and design new products without copying already existing products or artworks from living, existing, working artists. While a number of small designers and artists have previously filed complaints against Shein over copyright infringement, the brand, and listen to this little pip, Shein has also fielded copyright-related legal complaints from major brands like For Love and Lemons, Uniqlo, and H&M. Shein declined to comment. Now, you know, that shit hits the fan when even H&M comes after you. When H&M files like a legal complaint against Shein, like H&M, you know what I mean? Like the bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? When H&M is like, they're copying us, when like H&M themselves have been known to allegedly, you know, we'll go, other artists' work without, you know, snatching nothing. But now like Shein is like, oh, look at that cute little H&M sweaterlet and those cute little H&M slipolets. Ooh, cha. And they make them for cheaper. Cheaper than H&M? You best believe. So, we'll go. I mean, AI, it can be a beautiful thing, but it can also be very, very, very damaging. It all depends how you decide to use it. What moral code of conduct do you use while implementing AI within your business practices? Or lack thereof, moral conduct. And like I always say, the law and morals, two different worlds. Sometimes, very rarely, does the law coincide with the morals of the times. Most of the time, what is legal not always moral, and vice versa. Bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. Until next time, thoughts and prayers down below, you guys. Love you loads. Thumb up this video and subscribe. Never give up on love. Bye. Hi, Corey. I didn't get the notification. Yeah, YouTube, y'all. Sasha Sanchez, I'm late. Better late than never. Paulia says they create new items every day. It is impossible that a group of designers can do that because they're human. It's not only to reduce costs, but to create more and more collections in less time. Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure. Are they kidding me? Now, all of a sudden, they have conscience and moral towards small artists? Oh, please. No, obviously not. Obvi not. Ring, 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 ring. Okay, ring. Hello? Who is this? Hannes? I hear another person in the background. Oh, and Moritz? Hannes and Moritz. What are you two lovebirds? Hannes and Moritz, aka H&M. Yeah, what are you two lovebirds doing on a phone call with? You want a ménage à trois? No, thank you. No, I'm allergic to your fabrics, darling. If I were to go to bed with you two, oof, I would get a rash. Not to mention the STDs, honey. No, not fabulous. Allegedly. Yeah, I know. You're clean. Yes, what do you want? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna, yes. Oh. You're secretly infatuated by Shein? Uh-huh. Open relationship? Yeah. You want to date them? Is that so? But do you know who's behind Shein? Oh, you don't mind? Oh, you like AI generated sexcapades? Okay. Boy, I've heard stories about you Swedish people, but like this is on a whole other level. So you want to have an AI relationship with Shein? Okay. And why did you need to tell me that? Because you thought I would find that kinky? I mean, WGACA. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, not butter. Okay, Zubetta H&M. You're gross. Ratchet. I don't want to hear about, no. It's like an unsolicited DM. You know, sending an unsolicited dick pic, you know. No. Oh, you just sent me one? Okay, I'll check it out. Bye. Hello? Okay. Anyway, so this phone call never really happened. I have to say it every time, obviously. It was just satire. Satire. H&M did not send me a dick pic. Even their dick pic is made in China. They're Swedish, but the dick pic ain't. So, anyway, we'll go. I know, we ratchet. Listen, it's that time of the live stream. We're getting into more comfortable, cozy territory as we're going to do a little DIY. Let me just freshen up the makeup because I'm feeling oily. Okay, oily. As olive oil. Not to scale, Kev, right? Not to scale. I know. All right, hold on. Not to scale. Not to scale. Why? Why do I always have to like fall into this precipice of ratchetness? Why can't I keep one live stream clean till the end? Why does it always have to end there? Bananas and tips and stuff, you know, just the tip, you know. There you go. Then Mahora, it doesn't make it any better. T-Pal, no, itty bitty. Mahora, my coochie itching. I mean, this is... It's because we are all that ratchet. That's the thing. Ratchet attracts ratchet. Don't any one of you come for me in the chats claiming that you is holier than thou. May the first hoe who hath not hoed cast the first hoe stone. That's a t-shirt. May the first hoe who hath not hoed cast the first hoe stone. I ain't seeing no stones because y'all hoes be holding them stones really tight and close to yo chests. There you go. So innocent. Oh, hoe present. You best believe, Winnie. We are the hoes, baby. Lynn M.W.'s trying oh so elegantly to veer topic, saying, bought my first Chanel lippy, Rouge Coco Bloom in Zenith Gorgeous. Glad for you, sweetie. And hi, welcome to the chats. I love how Lynn is trying to veer us onto the righteous path again. But no, we have lost it. We have lost the righteous path. Hershey says, just send pics to my online. Hershey Boy's like, my DMs are open. Terry's like, I am hoeing for my hubby. Corey says, I can honestly say I was not a hoe, nor am I a hoe. One and only my hubby. Well, wait a minute. Who says a hoe has to be promiscuous? Ain't nobody stating that a hoe has to be promiscuous. Ain't nobody stating that. Hi, Tommaso. I love listening to you while working. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, Ollie. Sin today, church tomorrow. Sin today, church today. Church today, sin tomorrow. Church tomorrow, sin tomorrow. I mean, it's all the variations. It's an infinite amount of variations. Winnie B, we are receptive. We are receptive. I'm not going to read your comments, Mahora and Debbie. You are gross, both of you today. No, not happening. And you, Audrey, as well. I can't believe you also joined in on this ratchetness. Not happening. Hi, Christina Derecki. Lady in the streets and frick in the sheets. Well, I'm also a frick on the streets, baby. Tiba says, some nights hubby made me feel like a nasty girl. Good for you. Some good old healthy fun together. Nothing better than that. MH is asking if cocoa is named after coconut or cocoa. Cocoa butter. No, Coco is actually named after, I mean, I don't know if you're trolling now or not, but anyway, every troll moment is an opportunity to learn something new. So Coco actually comes from a song that she used to sing. I love you too, Evian, while she was trying to be a singer before she turned into a fashion designer. And Kika Vu Coco, her little song that she would always sing about a little... monkey, actually. So that's where the name comes from. It's a loving little diminutive. That's where Coco comes from. But her name is Gabrielle Chanel. Good to know, says MH. You're welcome. Oh, one thing. If somebody does ask a question and I do take the time to answer and they don't even say thank you, rude. I just blocked someone the other day because of that. I'm so upset because I was really sick and I had I just popped a painkiller and I was like healing from the cold. No, not UMH. I didn't mean UMH. I meant it happened somewhere else. And I was like, oh, I feel always guilty because I'm like, people are asking questions and I have no time. I'm like, let me try to answer at least 2 or 3. And somebody wrote a big question and I answered and they did not They liked my reply. I took the time to write a long-ass reply, and not a single thank. I'm like, are you for real? Are you for real now? Blocked. Done. Anyway. Are you ready for the DIY moment? I'm so excited about this. Let's do it. Listen, Linda. Oh my God, I got a hair stuck to my earring. Hold on. Okay. So, Tommaso says, last week, a few girls asked me street indications. I gave it to them, and they didn't even thank me or say bye before leaving. That happens to me as well sometimes. I loathe when that happens. Loathe. Okay, hold on. Finley, are you still in the chats? Because you kind of gave it away about an hour ago in the chats. You wrote something about DIY, and I was like, there she is. Finley, you guessed it. That's what we're going to do now. So take notes. Bubbles, stop farting. Seriously. No, Finley, don't be sorry. I was like shook that you... We're in tune. We're in tune. All right. That wasn't actually me farting. That was Bubbles, you guys. I can't even. Just letting you... Not that I would tell you if I farted. I don't care. You're my family. It's fine. Am I the only person? It's a quick deviation from the subject here, but... with my mom, when we're eating it, like family, close relatives, like even at dinner, like we talk about poop. And it's totally fine. It doesn't disgust us. Like really, really family talks about stuff like this without any issues. I don't know if you guys are like that, but like in my family, it's totally normal. Oh, Mahora farts at dinner. Well, there you go. I guess some of us... Okay. I guess some of us push it even further to the brink. Mahora's like, no, that was gold. The fart was gold. Kev says, not when you're eating. Kev, you're the one who posts photos of eating deer penis on your Instagram account as a delicacy. And you can't talk about flatulence while you're eating? Girl, talk about double standards. Oh, Corey, please, not at the table. Why not? Please, like you never farted. Miss Molly says, oh, absolutely not. My family. Oh, come on. Quit being so prude, people. Wake up and smell the fart coffee. It's normal for us too, but I work in health, so always ask. Oh, good point, Angie. Yeah. Finley's like, what did Kev eat? Audrey's like, an elk? Penis? What? Yes, it's apparently another one of those delicacies in Sweden or Norway. Another one of the things H&M does. Finley's like, poor little dear eunuch. The food should cover the fumes anyways. If you have children, then yes, says Oli. Well, you know. Anyway. Don Donuts is like, you all are cracking. MH, like, only after eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, LOL. Cecilia says, yes, my mom usually comes up with some revolting topics at dinner time. Yeah, it's a classic. 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 Kev says, it was crunchy. It made a good salad. Oh, Kev. Such a resource of alternative delicacies. Evian says, I did a Camilla with cotton pads the other day. Something I saw on Insta. And it did work. You layer the round cotton pads on top of each other. Oh, on top of a cup till it forms to a flower. That is cool. Such a pip. I mean, we always have Camilla. I mean, look at that. It's a running gag. Oh, it was in Denmark, Kev. Okay, you had the penis in Denmark. Cammy Q, how's it going, sweetie? No, don't worry. Bambi is still alive. You guys, who's going to tell her? Corey, leave it to the Danes. Leave it to the Danes. Ollie's like, full circle. It was a good trip then. Teapot says, oh, I had a Wiener Schnitzel. Awesome food in Denmark, right? Yeah. Cinnamon Roll says, hi, I'm late. Hey, sweetie. Better late than never. Robbie says, evilness. That works for salami too. For charcuterie. My grandma likes to choose the weirdest topics during family dinner. I mean, it's a classic. What else are you going to do? Talk about how your day was? Ugh, so overrated. Kev said, I had to wash down the penis with some deer blood caramel. So good. Yana says, we do. But since my son has reached puberty, he's always so embarrassed for everything, and we sometimes make fun of this topic. Puberty. Such a pip. Thank God it's over for me. I do not want to go back to my puberty era. Oh, hell no. Although, I'm very proud to say I was not a stinky pubertarian. You know, I was not that stinky teenager, you know. You know how teenagers can stink. No, that was not me. But then again, I was very clean. I was always very, like a little raccoon. I would always be washing myself. Mahora is like, oh, I was. Oh, you were a little stink bomb, huh? Little hormonal stink mess, Mahora. No, I was not stinky, I gotta say. That's one of the good things that happened to me. Puberty was terrible for my acne. Like, the second I hit puberty was the second I hit cystic acne. Bloody cystic acne on my back, on my face. Oh, my God. So in that respect, puberty was torture. Torture. And the cystic acne followed me after puberty, way after puberty, and I had to do a ton of medications and interventions to get rid of acne. But at least I was not stinky. Well, we'll go. Oh my God, Mahora, you no deodorant? You was stanking around. Ooh, cha. Kev says, if I could go back, I'd change my skincare routine to minimize the acne scars. I would too, Kev. I would too. Yeah, that's a good point. I would too. Corey said, my son was so bad no matter what he did. We had to get special soap for him. Oh, poor kid. I hope he's better now. Yeah, because then other kids make fun of you. It's not easy, you know, if you're going through puberty and then you go through the stinky phase. Pao says, my son is so stinky. He stink gets stuck in my throat. Oh my God, Pao. TMI. Mahora's like, LMAO, not the ladies outing their stinky sons. Classic. You got to leave it to a mom. Because it's true what they say, you know. And actually, you know what the true quote is? You know, they say like, oh, a face only a mother could love. Well, actually, it's a stank only a mother could love. That's where it comes from, I think. That makes more sense, right? Robbie says, I worked in a hair salon that would get very busy after school with teen boys. Oh, they reek after school. I remember the changing rooms. Now, obviously, I knew I was gay before I was gay, honey. So for me, changing room was very traumatic. I did not, you know, because for me, being in a changing room would be like for a straight boy to be in the female locker room all of a sudden, right? So I'm like, in the changing room, locker room after sports, like with all the other guys, and I'm just like, oh my God. So I would be very quick, in and out. In and out, in and out, in and out, baby, in and out. So I did not really absorb the stench, you know. So we'll go. Carla says, hi everyone, reading all these comments while having lunch. Oh, Carla, enjoy your meal, sweetie. Corey says, I taught theater. That's all I'm saying. Oh, cha, I was in a theater group for many years. I know what you're talking about, Corey. Oh my God, the feet, the armpits, the groin area, all of it. Oh my God. after you're rehearsing for like 2 hours, 3 hours, doing all bending, jumping around, you know, warming up, and then everybody goes to change after, and you're just like, oh my God, can I just like go home dirty? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Crazy Cat Lady Joe, your skin is so beautiful now. Well, wait till you see me live. It's not that pretty live. For those of you who are going to see me tonight at the show, at the theater, you'll see. You'll see the acne scars. I'm having hormonal acne and stink now, says Cinnamon Roll. I want to throw myself out of the windows. I don't know what to do. No, it will get better. Do not ever, Cinnamon Roll, speak that way. I don't want to hear you talking that way. You do not want to throw yourself out of no window. That's a phase that's going to pass. Wash yourself, maybe a little bit more often. I would recommend putting a very light lotion on your armpits after you've washed them so that they don't dry out too much. You guys, a lot of people make this mistake. I've been making this mistake most of my life as well, and I have remedied that mistake. And I can tell you this, a lot of people don't do this, but you should. You wash your armpits with a delicate, like a shower gel or whatever you want to. Don't do soap. Soap dries you out a lot. Armpits are delicate. Don't dry them out too much. Now, you use a delicate shower gel or whatever for your armpits. You wash them out, right? Then you take a perfume-free skin lotion, a delicate skin lotion, and you apply the skin lotion to the armpits. Pardon me, after you've washed them and dried them. Then you apply the delicate lotion. You let that absorb a little bit. Then you apply a deodorant. I have a stick. I don't do the sprays with the aluminums because that's bad. But actually, it's that lotion that kind of soothes the skin in that area, because most of the time what happens is when you're out of puberty, why you start stinking is because you irritate your armpits, you irritate the skin over there with overwashing or using alcohols, and they irritate the skin starts reacting, you start sweating, cuts open up as it gets irritated, bacteria form, you start stinking more. But if your skin is healthy in that area and you're using lotion before you apply the deodorant, chances are it's going to heal better. And those little lesions are not going to collect bacteria as much. So you're going to stink less. This is from my personal experience. Since I started using, and I can tell you which lotion I use the same one for my face as well, Muji, which I actually got to discover thanks to Mahora. Mahora told me about it. It's wonderful. The Muji, it's a facial lotion, but I use it also for my armpits. And they have, it's like a milk. There's 3 degrees of it, like light, regular, and strong density of the milk. It's just called, what's it called, Mahora? It's called, moisture milk. And after that, I do a deodorant that is, in my case, a stick deodorant with a bit of alcohol. But the alcohol doesn't annoy my skin because I have the lotion on top of the skin. It protects it a little bit. Oh, wonderful. Ever since I started doing that combo of the moisture lotion and then the deodorant thing, perfect. I would not use a spray deodorant on top of the lotion, though, especially if you're using an antiperspirant. Because those, first of all, they stain the clothes terribly, okay? The aluminum deodorants that I've used thus far, the antiperspirant deodorants, always leave terrible waxy stains on the t-shirts. I stopped all of that. It takes some time to reset your skin balance, pH balance, to not being irritated after you stop using the aluminum antiperspirant stuff. But then, oh my gosh, I can buy t-shirts. They never change color in the armpits anymore. They stay perfectly clean. No waxy bullshit, nothing. And if I gotta sweat, I sweat. Sweating is not bad for you. You get rid of toxins when you sweat, you know? There you go. So, anyway, that's that. Now let's touch base on this DIY. Hit it, Bubbles. Oh, it's not recording it. Okay. Oh, Michi. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Boy, oh boy, have I, what's this again? Blah, blah, butt. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Boy, oh boy, have I got a fun DIY moment for you in the luxury field. And yes, it has to do with Chanel. Well, just because Chanel is pushing up their prices doesn't mean that we all got to suffer for it. Now, we purchased Chanel. Oh my God, brain dead. I forgot the total brain fart, you guys. The aspirational. The word was gone. Okay, let's do this again. Really, I forgot the word aspirational. Can you believe? We'll go. Okay. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Boy, oh boy, have I got some special treat for you today. DIY, make it Chanel. Now, listen, just because Chanel keeps upping their prices and doesn't allow the aspirational customer to purchase their baglets no more, the aspirational customer still finds ways to enjoy Chanel. You know, you can buy a perfume, you can buy a lippy, you can buy a wonderful Chanel No. 5 soap, which perfumes the entire wardrobe for decades, at least in my case it does. And if you know how to time your aspirational purchases just right, especially in their beauty boutiques, you know, right around Thanksgiving, the holiday season, Christmas for whoever celebrates, or New Year's Eve, or round about Mother's Day, Easter, you will know that Chanel delivers some special packaging in that time of the year. So you could say whatever you're purchasing, can you make a little gift box out of whatever you're buying, you know, like the cleansing mousse or whatever. No matter how small the thing is, they will wrap a package. And in those special times of the year, they will also give you a little sticker on the shopping bag. It's going to be a camellia, which is usually made out of paper, but a few times a year, they will give a special limited edition made out of synthetic fabric or tweed of sorts, camellia, with a sticker. Now, I have an example here of one of these camellias. And as you can see, look at this beautiful little tweed. This one was from the last Christmas packaging, 2023, 2024. And you can see in the back, it literally has a sticker that they stick it to the bag. And once you peel it off the bag, the sticker loses stickiness. So it doesn't really stick anymore. It keeps falling off. You can't really use it as a brooch. It's just a sticker. But today, we're going to turn this sticker into a brooch in this DIY section. I'm so excited about this because I've been looking for the right backside to attach to these camellias that looks elegant enough in order to create your own brooch out of these gorgeous little camellias that they give us. Why throw these away? They're so beautiful. I mean, look at the texture of the textile. You see what I mean? This is textile. It's woven. And then it has this beautiful black, navy blue, and gold kind of threading, webbing, tweeding going on there. Now, there's a lot of camellias that you collect throughout the years because they keep making new ones all the time. And we're going to get to how they look like after the transformation. And yes, I also will share with you where I got my backsides, and I'm going to post my backsides, no pun intended, with a link down below. You can click on it and you can purchase yours as well. The same ones that I purchased for myself. Now, first, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob, all spelled together. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week on my main channel. Come join the live chats. Hi to my co-chattors. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. And just another note, for those of you ratchet hoes out there who are going to want to try to throw shade at me in the comment section saying, oh my God, the poverty. You can't afford a real camellia, to purchasable camellia Chanel, so you're going to do this little DIY. Shut up. Go watch all the videos of all of my unboxings of the actual camellias that I purchased at Chanel. Let me show you one. Point in case, and let's show receipts. Here's my latest acquisition, the camellia from the gorgeous Fall-Winter 2023-2024 collection. Look at this beautiful Chanel camellia in tweed. This one was made in France. They're handmade. Really, really beautiful. I leave it there you go. You have the little stamp there. I leave it unhinged so that there's not too much pressure on the needle. So it lives in its beautiful pouch. So this is just one example of the many camellias that I did purchase from Chanel. So before you try to come for me, think twice. You got another thing coming. All right. Now, let's do this gorgeous fun moment here. Angie says, does online orders come with these camellia? Angie, that's a really good question. Unfortunately, it is not guaranteed. But if you order round about the holiday season, you might get a camellia if they don't run out of them. But you also might not get a camellia. They don't guarantee it. You guys, I have once received a camellia with an order. That was many years ago, though. But it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Now, you're going to need a hot glue gun. Thumb up this video, okay, if you're enjoying it. And subscribe. Thumb up the video. It means nothing to you, but it means a lot to the algorithm. So here's a little hot glue gun with a lot of green components. And since I'm using a green screen, you don't get to see the green components. But here's the little glue that kind of when you start warming it up, you're pushing it here, it starts kind of coming out of there. Okay, so with a hot glue gun, kids, do not do this at home. All right, this is not a video made for kids anyway, but please, if they get really hot, be very, very careful. You can really hurt yourself if you don't know how to use these little gadgets, okay? Now, so hot glue gun is the cheapest option you got. And here, I'm going to post a link down below, an Amazon affiliates link, so it's not going to cost you anything more. But if you do purchase this set through my affiliate link, I think I'm going to get 1 penny per purchase because this is really cheap, you guys. It's under 10 bucks. Or well, it depends. The price fluctuates. So when I purchased these, they were $9, but I've seen them also for $7. Sometimes I've seen them for $11. You know, it fluctuates. But anyway, this is a kit made in China. Well, we'll go. But it's 100 pieces. There you go. That's the one that I got. The decoration accessories, it's 100, and I've counted them. I did receive all 100, although I did read the reviews. Some people claimed that they did not receive full 100 pieces. Look at them. And in particular, these are very important. It has to be these, in my humble opinion, because these are the most elegant of the options that you have to turn your Chanel camellias from the shopping bags into pins, because these look really cute. I'm going to show you how it looks like. But these are the best, in my opinion, because they have this classic, it's a classic brooch, very Chanel style, actually. And then it's attached to this round, slightly elevated, looks like stainless steel. You see how there's a slight elevation there? And that elevation is really important. You want that elevation to be there. Sorry, guys, I only have 2 hands. So you want this slight indentation. See this little step? You need that step. It's going to help you. I've seen also versions of these that are flat. No. Get the ones from the link down below with the little indentation with this kind of, this might rust, who knows, you never know with Chinese thins, but it seems to be stainless steel. Just don't get them wet, just to be safe. So, look at the beauty. It just looks like the Chanel ones, actually, you know. I'm like, wow, okay. But it's not Chanel, obviously. So everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion, and I'm not affiliated with Chanel, nor am I selling you any Chanel stuff here, just to be very clear. Now, you you heat up the hot glue gun, and then you squirt a little bit of the glue onto the sticker here. I would leave this sticker on. I would not take it off because it holds, the camellia is held together. Chanel also did hot glue gun. You know, these are made in China, by the way, as well. So like, well, we'll go. But anyway, now you see the little sticker has a little elevation to it. You see, it's a little bit elevated. And that's why I'm telling you this needs to be elevated as well. So you put the hot glue, a little drop or two here. Be very careful when you pull the hot glue gun off that you don't create that strain. You have to kind of cut that off, make it clean. And then you press this part on top of that, you know. Also, before you do that, make sure that the camellia has the right side up. Now, there's no Chanel logo here, which I personally love the fact that there's no logo because it's like IYKYK. I would personally recommend for you to first figure out which side of the camellia goes up, which goes down. You see, this is how we know which goes. You see this little center petal? How it's folded? This fold always goes upwards. It just looks better that way. Now, if you turn it like this, it's just not the same thing. It feels like it's drooping. Sorry, I hit the mic. It feels like it's drooping downwards. Now, get your minds out of the gutter. I know somebody's gonna, you know. You guys, it's a flower after all. Centuries and centuries of social literature where you know what the flower stands for. So, we'll go. Debbie in the chat says, I already thought it. I mean, it's a classic, you guys. We know there's centuries of literature that do. But anyway, so I would turn it upwards. It just looks nicer because you see, it's kind of meant to be, this is down, this is up. So flip it upwards. And then according to that side, you position your brooch so that the brooch, this is up, and when you flip it, the needle goes downwards. Okay? So you apply the hot glue, stick this to it, put some pressure on it, leave it on for a couple of minutes before you touch it again, and then I have a finished one for you. This is how it looks once it's ready. Look how clean it is. Look how beautiful. Look at that. There you go. It's that simple, you guys. Look at that. Beautiful. And you got a gorgeous camellia. Really. I mean, it's so simple, and there's no need to throw these pieces away. They're so beautiful and pretty. You know, why should we throw them away? And these little stickers, at a certain point, you know, they just don't work anymore. You know, they get dusty and dirty, and there you go. Yes, please provide a link to Amazon. Link is down below, you guys. The link is down below for this set, and you get 100 of these. So, obviously, I'm not going to do the hot glue gun here, not live, but I do have, look what I'm going to do next. I have already received my other two special camellias, right, for Mother's Day. Look how beautiful. You see, Chanel gives them to you in a little box. This is Chanel Beauty, not Chanel Fashion. Look how beautiful they are. But of course, Chanel gives them to you with a sticker. You peel this off and it's just a sticker. So I'm going to turn this gorgeous fabric camellia with the neon pink. I'm also going to put So we're going to turn it upwards. You always see this little thing. You see, that's our upside. I mean, you could technically also flip it to the side a little bit. No, you see, it doesn't look as good. It's always better if it's like this, if this is the top, you know? And then we're going to put this on to the back, and it's going to look like this. Very clean, really, really beautiful, you guys. And it's such a classy little brooch moment. Look how beautiful this camellia is with the stitch, side stitch of the pink. There's no reason to throw these away. They're so beautiful, and like you can collect them, and you could like have a ton of them, you know, throughout the years as Chanel brings out new ones. Every couple of months, there's like a new special edition. I mean, it's just gorgeous, and it's such a waste to have these only as stickers, you know. And in fact, the Chanel sales associates, they get to wear these while they're working. Chanel gives them the version that has a pin in the back. Oh, yes. But for the customer, they give the sticker version because they also sell camellias, right? So they don't want to give you a full-blown brooch for free. You see what I mean? I think that's why they do the sticker version of these. But I love them. And I have now 100 of these little backside pins. I have a ton of camellias that I've collected throughout decades of, you know, collecting Chanel. I have some work cut out for me. I'm going to turn all of them into these little brooches. It's such a beauty. Kev says, yeah, collect all these camellias and create your own camellia jacket or sweater, right? Why not? Could you imagine like all adorned and full of these? So they're super light, you guys. This is metal, but it's like tin. It feels like nothing. It's like doesn't weigh like much. And it's a great little project you can do at home. There's no stitching involved. It's just a little bit hot glue gun. Just you got to practice the hot glue gunning so that you don't drip the hot glue, you don't pull the threads of hot glue so you don't stain. Because ideally, you want that clean, no visible hot glue residue on the back of your camellia, right, once you put this on, right? So that's hot glue on the flower first, then press metal onto it. So first put the hot glue droplet or two here, then be sure you have the right side up, right side down. Then you press this on top. You know, it can get hot if you touch the bottom. So don't touch the bottom, but touch it up here. Up here you can press so that you don't, you know, so that this metal doesn't get hot from the hot glue. So you press it and you keep that pressure. You keep that pressure, you know, for a minute or two. And then you let go and then you let it sit for a while and you got yourself a gorgeous little brooch. I think it's beautiful. Super easy. Link to this gorgeous little set down below. I can maybe also post a link down below to a hot glue gun, but most people already have a hot glue gun. But this particular set is what's special because I find these metal things really beautiful. You're going to see, once you are on Amazon, you're going to see a lot of different vendors offer different shapes, different sizes. Yes, they offer these in bigger as well. Be careful. I would not get them bigger because all of the Chanel camellias that I've received thus far with a little sticker in the back, it's always the same size sticker. You know what I mean? Like the sticker is always round about this size. So you don't need this to be bigger than what it is now. Now it's borderline too big, but it's just fine. I'm fine with it not being smaller than this. Why? Because if this were smaller, the needle would be smaller. And if the needle is any shorter than this, then it's really hard to attach it to a shirt because you don't have enough space here, right? So this is a good size needle to still be able to relatively comfortably attach this to your garment. Now, if this were any shorter, it would be much more difficult. So I think this is the right size. Robin says, or alternatively, you could hot glue the disc and then position on the sticker. No. The metal will not cool down the glue immediately. The metal will cool down the glue immediately. The metal will cool down the glue immediately. So it is better to put the hot glue on the flower first, on the sticker first, and then add the metal later, you guys. Little physics there for you. So that was a little DIY moment. Very innocent, Chanel. Don't come for us for trying to turn these beautiful objects that you made into something that we can wear for years to come. Okay, Chanel, so don't you come for me for this. And for all of you who liked this little DIY, simple, innocent DIY video, if you liked it, thumb it up and share it with others and subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Down the video, subscribe, never give up on love. Bye. T-Pal says, the problem with permanent glues is that pin breaks. You can get it off without destroying the flower. So common glue from hot glue gun is best for these products. Hot glue is the best because you can still detach it later if you really wanted to by applying light force without damaging the actual metal thing. That's what hot glue gun is really good for. If you use like crazy glue and all that other stuff, that is permanent, but in a damaging way, you know. MH says, won't the glued part come off with the sticker? What are you talking about? If you put the glue on the sticker, no, it's glued on. The hot glue on the sticker will stay. And then you attach the metal on top, if that's what you meant. In terms of what Chanel does with the back, they're made in China, by the way. The back of this sticker is also hot glue gunned to the camellia, by the way. The factory that made this hot glue gunned the back of it as well. Just letting you guys know. So the back of the sticker is hot glue gunned to the camellia. And then you got the sticky part here, but we're going to add some hot glue on top, and then bam. No, Amelia. Amelia, no. White camellias will not look tacky. They will not look tacky at all. They're gorgeous. They're not going to look tacky, I promise you. Actually, I prepared a photo that I'm going to post pretty soon on my Dacob CC Instagram profile, dedicated to my Chanel collection and all the Chanel things that I photograph. Also not affiliated with the brand, blah, blah, blah. I can actually show you the photo now already. But what I was thinking, you know what you can also do? Here, I got some beautiful Mother's Day ribbons from Chanel, right? With the pink and orange neon. You can also put, you could make a ribbon out of this somehow. Here's like the HIV ribbon or, breast cancer awareness. And then back here, you can do one stitch to stitch them together. And then you can add this. Well, it's a bit too big. We would have to figure something, but you could make a bow. You could create a full-blown bow, and then you could you can definitely turn these into little pins as well. Why not? I just think that this employs a little bit more work because you got to maneuver these little ribbons first before you attach this. It's a little bit more complex than just adding the brooch to the ready-made camellias. There's like several steps less that you need to do. But let me show you quickly the picture of the Cinnamon Roll says, purchased many things from the Chanel Beauty Boutique, never received a camellia, not even for my birthday. Well, the birthday situation, depending when your birthday is, they might not have any in that time of year. That happens, you guys, as well. And also don't forget, these particular special camellias are given at Chanel Beauty Boutiques. Sometimes these camellias are not available at Chanel counters that are not beauty boutiques, like Chanel counters at like Bloomingdale's, Macy's, in a department store. those counters might not receive all of these extras that the Chanel beauty boutiques receive. So just buying from Chanel alone does not, it depends where. You know, it doesn't, just because you're buying a Chanel product from a Chanel counter does not mean that that Chanel counter is actually owned directly by Chanel. Sometimes it can be franchise or something. Okay. Yes, you can turn it into a hair ribbon as well, but then you don't do the pin thing. You do something else. Or you do the pin, but you put the pin on top of a hair headband so that the camellia stays stuck to the headband through the pin action. That you could do. But here, so just to show you how much I love the white camellias as well, I just did a little photo shot the other day. I haven't posted it yet to my Insta, but I will soon. And it's really cute. Let me just go into my drafts. See, these are all the, it's an example of kind of some of the, sorry for all that, it's all like dirty here. But you can see, there you go. Some of my paper, these are paper camellias. These are the paper ones that they give you usually. I never throw them away. I collect them, I put them all together. I love them to bits. So I made this photo. I'm going to post this one soon. And I'm going to turn my paper white camellias also into brooches. Angie says, okay, I'm heading to my local beauty boutique next week and drag my son there school holidays and show him what mom likes when he grows up. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, let him know. Let him know. MH is like, the ribbon could be a luxury handcuff for good times. Well, you never know. I mean, hey, use it for whatever tickles your fancy or tickles your pickle, you know. So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in today. This was our show. You know, we went through depths and heights. We had fun, easy moments. We had some deep, sad moments. That's life. That's literally life. You never know what's going to happen. So enjoy it and live it. Because life has a tendency of kind of just happening while you're waiting for it to happen. You're waiting stuck while it's kind of passing by you. So now, there's maybe a couple of tickets left for the Teruko Nakajima show tonight. I am going to be there at the Lyric Hyperion, 7:30 p.m. local LA time, seeing Teruko's show called Made in America. Get your tickets now. They cost $20 a pop. Really affordable for a wonderful, wonderful live art show and performance. $20. You can get your tickets at www.terukonakajima.com. Let me blend in the picture one last time so you get to see it. I will be there, so if you do see me in the crowd, I'm not performing. I'm there just to support Teruko. I will be in the audience watching. So if you do see me, feel free to say hello. Just don't forget to tell me who you are, because some of you guys don't use your real names in the chat. So, you know, tell me who you are on YouTube so I know. And so there's still maybe a couple of tickets left for this award-winning show with Teruko Nakajima and Titi. Get your tickets at www.terukonakajima.com. Hopefully there's a couple of tickets still left. They were selling out fast. And I'm now going to go get ready to go to the show. Yes, a third show today. We had the pre-show for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. That was a whole live stream. Then we have now the main show. And now I got to go get ready and dressed to go to Teruko's show. There you have it, guys. Thank you, Teruko and Titi. All right, now, I also want to say thank you to the mods. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. Thanks to Debbie, Jesus, Creation, Nicole, Kevs, and Gloria. Bubbles loves you.
Yes, Quins. And now we'll go, we'll go. We will go, we'll go. What a day. WGACA, WGACA. WGACA, 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 WGACA. WGACA, 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 WGACA. We dedicate this We'll Go song to WGACA because they've been fighting the WGACA fight. And now we're living ferret. Living ferret, Bublé.
I'm living ferret, living ferret. Living ferret, living ferret. Living ferret, living ferret.
Look at all those ferrets. We've been flooding it with the ferrets today. Oh, Corey K is dying ferret already. Okay, we got a dying ferret. Well, you know what that means. Dying ferret it is.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret.
Yeah, we always die in ferret. We live in ferret. We'll go, we'll go. And Baby Yoda, where are you? Oh, you're getting dressed already? Baby Yoda, are you coming to the show? You're not going to come to the show because you're going to try to eat titty. Yeah, you tried it last time. Predator Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda tried to eat Titty, Teruko's dog, when Titi came to visit the fashion bunker. So I think you're going to have to sit this one out because also if some of the fashion bunker peeps comes to visit, you're going to want to eat them as well. So like, you know, Baby Yoda's a rascal. Yeah, and what? No, yes. I know you. You're going to get hungry and then you're going to get all giddy and you're going to be like, oh my God, hungry. And then you're going to start nibbling on everybody sitting around me. T-Pal says Baby Yoda likes nuggets. Well, exactly. How many nuggets are going to come to the show? He's like, yeah, he wants the nuggets. Nuggets, nuggets, darling. Well, anyway, go sing us cha-cha-cha-cha. It's your moment to shine. Yeah, go. Okay. Sing cha-cha-cha.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
He has a little tuxedo. He wants to wear a tux for the show. I can't let him come. He's going to eat the dog. I can't let him do that. Could you imagine? No. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for your love and support. I hope you had fun today, despite the slightly heavier topics at the beginning. Thank you, Teresa. Terry tells us, have a great time at the show, Dacob. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kate Moore says, have lots of fun at the show, Dacob, and have a wonderful day, evening, or night, everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope to see you all next week, hopefully Wednesday. And until then, chill. Try to have a relaxing rest of your weekend. Be safe. Use peripheral vision. And have a wonderful beginning of the new week. Stay healthy, people, because boy, oh boy, do I know how important health is. I've been sick for 4 months between operations and lungs and the cold last. I mean, stay healthy. Love you loads. Never give up on love. Bye.